Hi, welcome at a movie for lightningmedia.com. Today I wanted to discuss a rather funny subject to me. The difference between spiritual craziness and doing it with being rational also, with a grounded balance undertone in it. I will explain my observations. Um, I call it spiritual craziness because I think, well, everyone is going through a spiritual process in his life after a depression or a disease. Everyone has this point where they start eating healthy, thinking about what the purpose is of being on earth, what their purpose is in this incarnation, in this life. And you start to nibble a little bit in different cultures, different religions. You start soul searching. So I think we are all in this together. That we have a period, a breaking point. This is where I'm going to search my soul and my mission and what we are doing here on earth together and who am I. So I think we are all having this. My advice is, once you have this period of spiritual awakening and being aware, and stuff uh, come to you like a like atom bombs. Who you are, your feelings, the awakening in the world, the pain in the world, and what is the biggest, well, one of the biggest atom bombs, as I call them, spiritual atom bombs towards yourself, is the darkest side in yourself. So, to get aware and to fully see and to be to see your darkest sides, so your dark characteristics and your dark emotions, the dark unseen things in your soul. So it all comes up, and that will end up in the so-called depression. I call it an earthy depression. Once you really found out what is all happening in the world, and it just, it hits at you, and the first thing that you do is close your eyes. So we do that, most of the people do that 10, 20, 30 years in their lives. We close our eyes for all dark things in the world. I think and I feel that the world never can be light and love only. I think the cosmos, as well as the earth, as well as energy grids, as well as our hearts, are dark and light at the same time. And that's for me when I accepted that I have dark and light sides. I laugh at my dark sides and I work on my dark sides. So it's not that that is just who I am and I just, shut things down. I see my own dark sides. I observe them. And if I don't like them, I change them. I ask help for them. I ask healing for them. I start transforming those things. So I work on my dark sides. But I never told myself they were um, that they were not there. I think that it's like a solution, not a solution. It is an answer to your depression, why you are depressed, why you feel like crap, why you feel even diseases, even um, um, tiredness. It is just an acceptance of what is inside of you, what you have done with other people, what you have done maybe in the past. Just forgive yourself, and forgiveness starts with fully accept things. also in the world. So I think it is important to not shut down your eyes for wars or for jealous people, people at your work, um, just, everything you can think of that doesn't feel good. Just try to be aware and see them and integrate them. And that is a long process. It does not take 1 week or a month. It will take years to fully accept yourself and the earth world where we are living in. So in that process, that's my whole point. In that process, um, you have people like going totally loose and create. So they because maybe the world is so much pain to them. Maybe they cannot accept the fact that they are human in a body. I see those, like, for instance, I never go to any festive spiritual festivals or spiritual groups or spiritual, like, gatherings where people, because I've been there in my youth, and I've seen the most unhealed, sick people on those festivals. And those people, they could not integrate the fact that they were human, that they had feelings, that they had this illness. And um, so what I saw were all these people disconnected to their heart and their body and dance around fires, singing spiritual songs and writing love poems to each other with hearts. But they were not connecting on a human level, like crying, like speaking about how you feel, like talking about work or your house. Those were people who believe, like, they were teaching each other to live without stuff, to live without a house, to live without a partner. I have even seen tantric groups. Tantric is a sacred, energetic sex form. I think that is as sexual intercourse to me is sacred, and you cannot have that with everyone. I would search a sacred partner to share my soul and my energy with. Like these ungrounded people who get totally crazy in their awakening, and they are not in their feeling or in their heart, and so they read about being detached from everything, unlabeling everything, and they throw out their television. They stop talking with people at work. They're just like normal people. They only connect to those who are in awakenings and also are getting detached from relationships. So I saw these tantric groups, and those teachers like Bhagwan. Bhagwan is like this spiritual crazy person. I'm sorry to say that, but that is how I see it. When somebody actually says to his group members that they should have sex with should have get sex with each other to connect and to bond. Like, this is the spiritual craziness I'm talking about. um, if you have a little bit of balance with yourself and with your life and earth, you do not have to detach from your house or from your stuff, or lose your relationship because you think that is awakening, that is being spiritual. That is so wrong. That is disconnecting yourself from being human, from being uh, in contact with your base, with your grounding. So I think you have to balance the human experience and all that you feel and all that you see with spiritual awakening of the soul. They have to go together. So it's like those people, I even spoke to people who believe in polygamy. They, and I asked, like, why? Well, before that, I was always loyal to a girlfriend, or I had a relationship for 7 years, and that was no problem. But then they read in spiritual teaching that you should get detached of all feelings like jealousy, like getting married, just human feelings to be with somebody. That is like the most beautiful gift we can feel. Love for another person, so much love that you want to care for them, that you want to be with them, that you want to share a house with them. That is what we are doing here, experiencing human feelings and human relationships and human bonding. What we like in the sphere where we come from, the light and love sphere, we are all one big energy field. And we are also one big energy field on Earth. But it is like the most wonderful experience to actually fall in love with another human being. And that brings all these fears, this jealousy, this all these things, brings it with you to grow like a human being, to experience all these things. And so I feel that a lot of spiritual searching people, they have so much pain that they refuse to feel any longer. So what they do is detach, trying to get detached from all the emotions they feel, in order to just actually not be here. So it brings them further away. And further away is like not grounding. And I see grounding on earth is getting used to who you are and what you feel and what the earth is. I think that is actually grounding. You can energetically ground by being in the forest, being in your body, by eating healthy. You can ground with your body, but to ground on earth as a soul is accepting all that is. And that is also accepting you are a human being. Like, for instance, um, in a period that I was like really, 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 really sick with the disease of Lyme, I called healers. I didn't knew I had Lyme for 10 years. So I called in this like um, desperation. I called all these healers. I didn't call normal doctors. I called all these spiritual healers, and why am I having this, and what is wrong with me? And not one of them just said something earthy, like something realistic. I have done meditations because I thought it was all in my head. There were some spiritual searchers who said to me, it's all in my head what I feel, and I can change all of this by a different thought pattern. That is true. You can change your world by other thoughts. But being rational in this search is like, if you are tired or you're really sick and you're not eating healthy, or you're not doing anything of exercise, or you're like lying the whole day on the couch and you're not singing or making any fun, it's logical that you have a depression. So um, I whatever happens to anyone, when I hear stories, I think on a spiritual way. I think also just like a human, rational. I look at how you live, how you eat, what you're doing, what your habits are, and how you are in connection with your body and your feelings. So um, I think it's wrong when spiritual healers say that it's all in your head, and not asking at all what is going on in your life or what you're eating, you know. And I also feel that those people who are searching, um, judging humans like other humans, for having feelings and having an ego and having just a normal life, and I have never seen so many judgmental people in spiritual underground. um, they are the most judgmental groups of everyone, and they don't even see it themselves. Like, I like to put makeup on my face on my good days, and I like to do my hair, but I'm not attached um, on looking great. I just like to look great. But on other days, I like to not look great. I don't care at all. But as I have a human body, I like to fancy that. I like to enjoy trees, but I also like to see culture, see 3D stuff. You know, I'm not only an energy of light and love, and I am not a polygamist. I am true and loyal to somebody where I fall in love with. And I don't think that it is like humanly normal to think that you are so detached of your feelings that you can have sex with everyone in cause of, for spiritual awakening. I think those people don't want to be in their feeling. Like, so a lot of spiritual searchers hate the earth so much, and hate their own dark sides, and hate their own feelings. So they find a way in this, like, far far unhumanly spiritual teachings. Yes, I don't want to feel anything. I'm like a spiritual robot. Like, everything that is going on and everything I feel, and that I have a human body that gets sick when I eat wrong, and when I live in radiation. Like, this, you have these meditations that say that you don't feel anything. It's all light and love. And I think you should listen to your body, and should listen to your gut feeling, and should listen to your intuition, and feel all the feelings you have as a human. And this soul searching should be in balance with being here. And it can harmonize like greatly. If you think about doing stuff that makes your soul happy, your body happy, your mind happy, and you just balance those things. That is my message between the difference between spiritual craziness and really be aware, really be here. And I wish you all good luck with that.